Girl, Derrick Jaxn's wife, Derrick Jaxn, told the truth, put all their dirt out there. I listened to part one. I wanted to do a play-by-play of the interview, but there's a part two. So I listened to all of part one. I took notes. I'm going to try to get through as much notes as I can because there are some things I want to touch on. And there are a few things I'm going to come back and talk about because you know how we do over here, right? We take what's going on social media in the public life and we see how it applies to our life. How can we learn from this? Life application, right? Life application is probably my favorite Bible, other than the one I had when I was graduating high school. But we need life application. We need to take this stuff and apply it to our lives because I am one of those people who think that you don't have to make mistakes to learn. Like if every person, every generation have to keep making the same mistakes, when are we going to learn? It's like every generation broke. You see all these angry men in my comments mad at my content, mad at me telling my black son to marry a black woman, mad at me telling women to choose better, mad at me because I'm like, why should Ebony K. Williams marry a bus driver when she's a multimillionaire? Mad at me for telling women to choose what you want. If you don't want a man with average income, don't marry a man with average income. How do y'all think we're going to dig our generation and bloodline out of poverty if we keep doing the same thing? Somebody needs to make a change. And it's the same thing in dating and love and marriage that you do not have to do. You don't have to have a baby at 16 to learn. I had a baby at 16. So you can just learn from me. That's why I'm going to try to do something for the teen girls in the summer. And Derrick Jaxn is like the typical woman out here dating. You don't understand dating. You don't understand marriage. You just don't understand, y'all. This is why, ladies, everybody, sign up for, even mamas. Y'all need to sign up so y'all could teach your girls. Okay, because by the time they come to me, they're all used up, broken down. You know, not all of it, because I have a couple of girls in my husband profile course that are, you know, hasn't been messed over. Okay, if that's a decent word. So sign up for my husband profile course that's coming in July. I'm doing my one-on-ones now. I'm doing one-on-ones all day tomorrow. So go ahead and sign up so I can schedule you in. It's Friday. It's a holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I want to thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who subscribe. Thank you for checking out those shorts. Thank you for joining my membership. If you want to show me love and support, I did reopen my membership back on YouTube, but I would prefer if you come on over to Janice Hylton Mentoring and show me love and support over there. And this way, you know, you want to talk to me one-on-one, ask me questions. I got a lot of people emailing me, asking me questions. I'm about to cut that out, y'all. Sign up for one of my memberships and show me love and support so you can have access to me at all times. Ask the girl in my mentoring program. They send me an email before they press send. I answer them, okay? I have a couple of the ladies on my husband profile course. I think we have 2 more Saturdays to go, and then we'll just do a big powwow. All right, so Derrick Jaxn talked about, let me see if I have her picture up here. She talked about, no, that's not them. She talks about, let me see, is this the one? This the one. Okay, let's take this off. She talks about the root of rejection, right? Woo, this is why I wanted to do a play-by-play, but I'm a very good note taker, so you won't miss anything. I just hit on the main points that needs to be hit on. Okay, this is the thing I used yesterday. So she talks about the root of rejection and abandonment. And you have a lot of girls out here, teenage girls, because she met him in college, that's dealing with rejection and abandonment. Don't know what you're dealing with. You meet a man and you'll accept anything because of root of rejection and abandonment. In my husband profile course, we spend the first half of the course dealing with us, dealing with our issues, our rejection, our abandonment, our issue, so that we can be healthy and whole women, so that we know how to choose a good husband. See, a lot, yes, a woman, wife is a choice. A husband is a choice. A lot of the man dust are in my comments mad that I'm saying a husband is a choice. Yes, a husband is a choice. Because when he proposed to you, you did not have to say yes. I had lots of men that wanted to marry me. Ask my father. They would show up at the church. Okay? I had pastors that wanted to marry me. I had men lined up that wanted to marry me. But I didn't choose not one of them. Not one of them. You know who I chose? This boy right here, this man right here. I chose this one. This one I chose. That one I chose. I wanted to. Okay. I didn't choose none of them. Okay. So then she talked about her childhood trauma, how her mother got pregnant. Did she say they were supposed to be playing video games? And to see, this is why I don't trust my kids going to nobody's house. Nobody. My little boy, my boo-boo, he 8.5. He ain't never been to no babysitter. He don't know what a babysitter is. Never been to. I don't trust people. And I don't trust people with my kids. Other than when they leave me for school, my kids are in my eyes every time. Even when they go to Sunday school, child, I'm signing up to be a Sunday school teacher because I want to see what's going on over there. So then the mama got pregnant. The daddy really wasn't there. He would make promises and didn't follow up. Then the daddy got married, and she would go to the stepmama house, the daddy house, and the stepmama, and they would be always arguing. So she felt that the argument was about her, and then she would go to her grandmother's house. So she was just being, I don't want to use the word passed around, but that's a lot of kids' stories. So she talked about how she was raped at 19. This is again going over a friend's house. Friends are upstairs. She go downstairs. I don't know what she was downstairs doing. Somebody was down there and raped her. Let me tell you something my cousins told me. I never forgot it because I come from boy family on both sides. I have 5 brothers, no sisters. Okay, I'm the only girl for my mother and father. And so when I was little, 5, going to school with my cousins, they were all boys. I had one girl cousin, Dina. She's the same age as me. But all my cousins were male. Michael, I had a cousin named Michael, Herman. I had another Michael. Those were 2 different aunties. And Warren and Ernest. and my cousins on my father's side. So I went to school and I had male cousins, right? And so whenever there was issues, I would just stand in the corner like that. And people would tease me about my freckles. I don't know if you could see them because people try to, oh, why don't you try to cover up your freckles? No, man, I love my freckles. And so when I was 5, I moved away from my cousins. I moved to another state. We'll just use the word state so people can understand. And it was just me and my brother. And I would go to school and they would tease me about my freckles, right? So when next summer came and I went back to visit my grandma, you send the kids to your grandmother's house for the summer. And I told them, they said, I'm going to teach you how to fight, how to protect yourself, and how to cuss people out. Okay. And I got a cussing demon from the age of 6 till 12. I got delivered from a cussing. That's why I got to be careful because people be trying me. Okay. Taught me how to cuss. I could cuss. Woo, child. Ooh, it got so bad when they messed with us. I Miss Red, child. And they taught me how to fight. And they said, if anybody is trying to do anything to you, you got to fight, scratch, scream, yell, punch, cake. And they told me, always be aware of your surroundings. Always. So even now, when I go out with my husband, when we go to hotels and stuff, the first thing I do is we put our bags down, and I'm like, Mike, I need to go find the emergency exit. We do that every time. I don't care if we on the 10th floor, every time, because I just remember that. And even when I'm alone with people, I always had my cousin in my mind. Be be aware of your surrounding. Don't be afraid to look back behind you. Pay attention to people. Don't be alone with people, right? And I think those are things that fathers should teach daughters, but a lot of us didn't have fathers in our lives to teach us. And then you're at somebody's house, right? You think we're all friends and everybody's trustworthy. So you just be trusting of people that you think you're safe around. And I just think that, especially for girls, fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins, y'all need to put in girls to always be aware. See, boys are different because they're hunters. It's boys and men, they are innate hunters. So there's something in them that, and I see with little Michael, when I'm out, he's looking around, and sometimes he'll catch stuff that I don't even see. But with girls, we're so trusting. We trust everybody because we want to be protected. And we're so trusting and open with everybody. And sadly, we can't do that. You know, you think you're safe. Like that lady that went out of her house running at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would never. I would never. I go outside, walk in front of my house. I make sure my husband is up. And I walk right here on my block. Or if you think I would go outside and sit on my porch and turn my back to the road and my husband is not up? No, ma'am. Because I just remember my male cousins putting this thing in my head. You must always be careful. You must always be aware. Do not be so trusting of people. But a lot of girls, we don't have that. And sadly for Denia and a lot of women who were taken advantage of and assaulted, trusting people, like that's what we did, right? When we was coming up in the 90s, not me because I had a baby, but I did go to friends. You go over to people's homes and you hang out and you chill. You're not thinking anything. And so that has been so many women's story of being assaulted going over to friends' house. Like, to me, 50% of the assault stories I hear are friends that you trust and people homes. That's why my kids don't go nowhere. Even Lexi would go to, it was 3 parents of us. She would go to Miss Kennedy, maybe for about 2 hours if they go to church and come back. And I'm right over here and there ain't no man there. And no, we have another girlfriend that she had a boyfriend living with her, my friend that has a special needs daughter. And I wouldn't let my daughter go over there. I won't let Lexa go over there. Who over there? Oh no, she can't come. I just don't trust people. And I think we have to have that alert. It's sad, right? It's sad, but sadly, this is the day and the time we are living in that you don't know what people are thinking, and you don't know who people are. And this girl, poor girl, was assaulted and never got help for it, never told anyone. This is another thing that we need to have, that open communication with our children. We need to check with them and make sure everything is all right. And she never told anyone. And I'm guessing she never felt like she had the support. But another thing is, you know, a lot of victims, they blame themselves, right? They blame themselves and they rethink about, oh, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I could have done, you know, they blame themselves, but it is not your fault, ma'am. It is not your fault that there are evil people out here who want to great people take advantage of you, that it is not your fault. That is a demonic spirit from the pits of hell. That was the devil himself who want to assault women and take from us what we didn't give you. So please do, if you are listening to this, and if you listen to Danae's story, please do not blame yourself. It is not your fault. You did absolutely nothing wrong. I don't care if you was outside walking butt naked, and y'all know over here we're all about modesty. All this nakedness that's going on, I am not a part of it. I have never been a part of it. I was raised to be modest. I think you can be sexy and be modest and sexy and single. Like, I think the shirt is very sexy with a little bit of cleavage. I don't need to be showing my nipples. But I don't care if you was outside walking butt naked. That does not give a man any right to assault you. And there are a lot of women who were assaulted that you still have not told somebody. Please tell somebody. Please tell somebody who you know loves you, who's going to support you. I always say, tell your primary care. This is why having a primary care doctor is so important, that you can talk to them and they know you. I was with my primary care doctor one time, right? And she was trying to get another doctor in the office. I've been with my doctor since I was 16, and she moved away. Oh my God, I'm so sad. But she's a woman that she was trying to get another doctor in the room. And so I'm in the room waiting, and in comes my doctor and this other woman doctor. And I smile, I'm like, Dr. So-and-so. And then I see the other doctor, and my face went, and she's looking at me. And she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, and she later said, okay, let's tell the other, let's go inside. She came, and she said, what's going on? I told her, I said, I went to her one time because my doctor was at residency waiting to get her practice. I went to her one time to do my pap smear, and I felt assaulted. I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying I felt that way. And I said, I've been getting pap smears since I was 16. And I've had you to do my pap smear. I've had her to do my pap smear. And I've had another doctor. And all these years, I have never felt awkward, funny, or anything like that. But when she did my pap smear, I felt very weird. I never went back to her. And I waited for my doctor to get her practice. And she said to me, you know what? Somebody else had said that. And she said, you know what? She said, I just don't want nobody else here. It's just going to be me. Okay? So I always say, if you don't have anybody else to tell your primary care. That's why it's important to have a primary care doctor that you can talk to. And you can ask the nurse to leave the room, because I've asked the nurse to leave the room. But it's usually just me and my doctor, because I've been with her. The only time there's somebody else in there is when she's doing pap smears and stuff. But other than that, it's just me and her. And I think that's why it's so important for especially women to have a primary care doctor, somebody you trust and you can talk to, and they can refer you. If you don't have anybody else to talk to, you can't talk to your mama, your friend, or whatever. Girl, don't be telling people your business. Tell your primary care doctor, or just go on psychology.com online and try to find a trusted therapist that you can talk to. Medicaid paid for therapy, okay? Medicaid paid for counseling, and find someone you can talk to. But do not carry this burden alone. It is too much for anybody to carry alone. You need to sit down and talk to somebody so somebody can explain to you that this was not your fault and you did absolutely nothing wrong. I don't care if you was out walking butt naked. I don't care if you was out walking 2 o'clock in the morning. No matter what the circumstances that you were in, that did not give any man any right to harm you. Now, should we be careful? Yes. After listening to this video, I hope every woman will be aware and always have something in the back of your mind. Watch your surroundings. Don't be trusting of people. You can trust. I mean, look, brothers and sisters, you would think your little sister is safe with the older brother, right? I've heard of cousins. So you can't trust anybody. You have to be careful. But I want you to know that it is not your fault. It is not your fault, but it is not healthy for you to carry this all alone and by yourself. You need to let somebody help you to carry this burden. And it is not your burden to carry. You need to talk to somebody. So I am encouraging you to talk to somebody. Okay, I'll link the psychology.com below. And again, I think whichever kind of insurance you have, they take it. And even if they don't take insurance, there are some counselors who are very, very cheap. Okay, but you definitely need to share with somebody and talk to somebody so that you can have a support system, because that was the work of the devil. The Bible says the devil comes but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And he came to kill you, to steal from you, and to destroy from you. But don't let him have that power over you. Start today. After you see this video, you need to have power over him, and you need to put that dirty, stinky devil under your feet. So please, ma'am or sirs, please, ma'am or sir, please find somebody that can call somebody, tell somebody. Again, primary care doctors. I mean, to me, they are the golden, and they can help you to find somebody. All right. I just wanted to do this separately this morning because I think it is so important for us to let women who have been assaulted know that we're here to help, to show you love and support, and that you need to have a support system and you need to see somebody. So I just wanted to take time to just spend my video this morning on just those, the root of rejection, childhood trauma, and her being raped when she was 19 years old. And I'm going to come back hopefully later, and I want to talk about the rest of this stuff because there's a lot of points that I want to hit, and then I'm going to watch part 2 today, and then maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. I absolutely love you and adore you. Thank you for those of you who signed up for my membership. Thank you for those of you who have shown me love and support in my Cash App. Sign up for my husband profile course. And of course, my books are available on Amazon, and in 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. There are different types of guys. This is why we need to be careful of all the men that we meet and talk to. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.